Jared's gone again. We've replaced him once more, if you haven't noticed.
Is it a negative at this point? When Jared's not here? Do we consider that a negative or just like, is it just the tides ebbing and flowing?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty predictable.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah, this is on par.
Where's he at this time?
He's currently at JFK International Airport, so we don't really know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do have his location, don't I?
Yeah.
So it's anybody's guess at this point. All we know is he's at a major international port.
Yeah.
I love that.
I think it's the Netherlands he's going to. He's got a new love interest. Could be true love from the way he's talking, but we'll see. I give it a couple months, and then we'll really know.
He is currently at... I love that I can just track him on my phone now. It's like putting a GPS on your dog. Yeah.
That's always running out. He's like, he's looking for some more ladies.
To me, it's a little bit like watching like Telemundo or like any channel you don't know the language to, and I'm just making up a story.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's in New York right now.
He's like choose your own adventure. It's literally like Mad Libs.
Yeah.
Jared is
exactly.
like the human equivalent of Mad Libs. It's just like fill in the blank and it
might be real.
It sounds so fake, but it's real.
Whatever you come up with could be real that he's doing.
Love that.
A lot of times, whatever you come up with is less interesting than what happened.
Yeah.
Yes. Very true.
Yeah. So yeah, he's down there with his new girl, or going to find his new girl.
Is Netherlands where you can do all the drugs? Is that where Amsterdam is?
I think so.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. In that realm.
Which is good, because if he doesn't like the girl he traveled there for, there's many to rent.
Yeah,
That's
he's
very
got.
true.
Yeah, he's got a.
There's some rental hogs.
He's got
there.
backup, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Lined up.
Totally.
But yeah, fingers crossed for him that it's real this time.
I'm sure it
and
is.
that something bad doesn't happen to him, because he's alone this time. He's traveling alone. At least a lot of time he's with a group, so it's.
I think he'll be fine. I don't think anybody's going to look at Jared and be like, you know what, human trafficking.
Maybe, you never know. He's got some bright blue eyes they might want to give to somebody.
Be like, you know what, this 40-year-old man, that one, the drunk one over there. In the corner,
and that's what it is. If he gets too
kidnap
drunk
that
or
one.
fucked up, they'll just be able to.
Yeah.
They'll be able to take
His
him.
biggest at risk is like credit card fraud.
Oh, true. Yeah, they'll just take his money. Yeah, that would be the worst thing that could happen to him. But I hope it works out for him. Hypothetical question here, Heather. If you were in like an accident, or say you ingested something like poisonous, like super, like maybe like a potion that was poison meant to put you,
Potions happen.
Yeah, potions happen. Sometimes there are potions, and you were to go into like a deep sleep or like a coma for a fair amount of time. What do you think could wake you up?
Well, sleeping's my favorite, so don't wake me up. But
Okay.
maybe, I don't know, Cthulhu, the Mothman. Is that what's waking me up, like true love? Is that what you're saying?
It could be, yeah. If you think that's what would wake you up. You might sleep through that. You're not going to sleep.
Being jerked awake by a giant tentacle, what did you call him, a horny squid man?
Well, a 3-story
Well,
horny
he's
squid?
3 stories tall.
Yeah.
Once more, Heather, he's 3 stories tall.
Okay.
All of the tentacles are much larger than your entire body.
God forbid a woman have dreams, I guess.
That's most people's nightmare.
Well, you know what? It just sucks that my dreams are terrible.
No, that would probably work. That'd probably wake you up.
You like my Bussies cup?
Yeah, that's nice. Nice and cold drink.
We need to do another Bussies video.
Yeah, they always do well. And we should need to make a trip up there anyways, because I need to stock up on some Philly cheesesteaks.
Those are good.
And,
you made those bomb-ass Philly cheesesteaks.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
For Jared. Jared turned 40.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jared's birthday
40.
was last night. The big 40.
We got him a cake that said fast circles for what? For
Our 40-year-old big boy or
our
something.
big 40-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Had little Hot Wheels cars on it.
Yeah, he does.
He loves doing fast circles in the driveway.
He does. I told him he needed to do 40 in a row.
Yeah.
I don't think he did, though.
He's got like a regimen there, like where it's the fast, anytime a new person comes in, it's fast circles, it's piano. Fast circles, piano.
Some other
Chat,
music.
or the Suno chat songs.
Yeah, he's got to build him a song, and then he's got to show him his airplane.
Yes, airplane simulator. That's his new thing.
Yeah. It's the Tour de Jared.
Yes, it is.
And he has to make them gruel.
I've always referred to it as the playlist because this is not a new thing by any means.
Back in Florida.
Back in Florida, every single girl that came through that house got played a playlist on his keyboard. And it was even like songs in order.
Yeah.
So me and his other roommate, like we could know how close he was to either the girl leaving or him sealing the deal.
Okay.
Because if he got to like song number 8 and the door closed to his bedroom, he was
stealing it.
Yeah, he was getting there.
The
He was doing
worked.
well.
I forgot about that.
His song.
Because there was talk of doing the Polaroid wall.
Yeah, and then I looked up how much a Polaroid camera was. It's like, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't so much the camera. Like I could afford the camera, but judging as how many people came through that house,
gonna be a
you have
lot
to
of-
buy the film.
Yeah.
That's expensive.
Can't
That
do it.
adds up.
It's an expensive hobby to have.
Yeah.
As funny as it is.
But me and Nick did make a lot of breakfast for strangers.
Yeah. That's fun. Any that you remember that were particularly stood out?
No, because I still have this rule where girls don't get names until 90 days.
Okay. That's smart.
There weren't a whole lot of names to remember.
Okay.
Jack was saying it's kind of like there's this movie. It was like a war movie or something. And the dude was like, I don't bother learning the new guys' names because they're all just going to die anyway.
Oh, yeah. That's fun. And
Yeah.
just comparing them to that, to people dying.
He's like, what'd you guys do while I was gone? We're like, we drug you on your own podcast for 30 minutes straight. We talked about how much of a slut you are.
Our 40-year-old slut.
A 40-year-old special slutty boy.
It's not the 40-year-old virgin, that's for sure.
No.
Can we get somebody to make that cover of him and it's his face and it just says 40-year-old slut on it?
I love that.
Like the 4-year-old virgin. And it's just
So good.
That's yeah, I want to get that framed.
Yeah, that'd be a good addition to
40-year-old
the
slut.
movie poster wall.
I feel like there has to be a more accurate word than slut.
Boy slut.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you call a boy slut?
A fuck boy,
Yeah.
slam pig.
I feel like those are like early 20s
Okay.
sluts. Like
Yeah, do girls have like he obviously like for when we refer to a dude having like a lot of girls, they call them like his little side pieces or his pigs or whatever.
Yeah, I say slam pig a lot.
Yeah, slam pig.
But I'm referring to.
Yeah. Do girls have names for that? Like if a girl is like someone who just like bangs a lot of dudes, do they have like names for like what they call their little pieces?
I don't think
like
so.
they're
I wouldn't know.
They probably do. Yeah,
like
I know.
Well, you're asking-
stable of
Yeah,
boys.
yeah, I know. But I'm like, I mean, maybe you have like some friends that are like that. That you're like, oh, is this
I
another
don't
one
know.
of your?
I've never had a one night stand in my life, so I
Sure,
can't
yeah.
relate. But if I did, I'm sure I'd have a creative.
Yeah,
word.
you'd have some fun names for them.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So synonyms to the word slut, which are actually mostly related to women. So fucking Oxford Dictionary is a little bit sexist.
Yeah, sure.
A strumpet, a trollop,
A trollop. Yeah, that's
a
classic.
harlot,
Harlot.
drab, doxy, troll. Haven't heard that one's. Ooh, a scrubber, 40-year-old scrubber.
I do like trollop. The 40-year-old trollop.
Trollop sounds
Yeah.
festive.
All right.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
festive.
yeah, call
It's
it-
sexually festive.
Yeah, we could call them that.
Trolloping around
Yeah.
the Netherlands soon.
Yeah.
By the time you hear this, he's trolloped.
Yeah,
Sure.
he's doing some trolloping now.
God,
that's
he
fun.
just needs to strap a GoPro to his body for the entirety of this trip.
I don't know if he
I don't
know,
wanna go through
he's
that
gonna come
footage.
back with like he's gonna be like, oh, I made like 90 new friends. He's gonna he could just sit in a bar and like collect friends.
Yeah, and then there's going to be a bunch of random guests here for like a week. He's like, yeah, I met him in.
Yeah, he'll be like,
At a
I
bar.
met this person at a gas station. That literally happened. It was
It happens a lot.
It was like about a month or two ago. I can't remember.
That's how
his
Peter
name.
got here.
The other guy, really? Mm-hmm. There's a guy recently. He came. He like showed up one day. I was like, "Hey, nice to meet you." And I was like, how do you know Jared?" He's like, "Oh, I met him at the Walmart." And I was like, "Here in town?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "When did you meet Jared?" He's like 15 minutes ago. And I was like, "What?"
Well, that's how he met Peter. That's how he met Hot Scott. Like they were just pissing together.
Hot Scott was a good place.
Yeah. He met some dudes. They were pissing together, and then they started talking. And I think with Peter, they were pissing, and as they walked out at the same time, he saw a Drinking Bro sticker on Peter's truck.
No, he had a license plate.
Yeah. I knew it was something like that. And
Was he like
oh.
an Uber fan?
Yeah, he like.
He registered his fandom with the state.
Yeah, I think he even has a tattoo or something of one of them. But yeah, he's like, oh well, shit, you should just come over and work for me forever now. And that's
So that's how we adopted Peter.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how he makes a lot of his friends, I think.
Yeah, I love that.
It is one of my favorite games when meeting new people is how'd you meet Jared?
How'd you meet Jared? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, we were pissing. A little bit of my piss splashed onto him, and he was like, hey. And then we just started chatting. We were at demos up at Ox Ranch day before yesterday, right?
Yes.
That was a fun day.
Yeah, it was his final send-off, his final YouTube video.
Yeah, Demo's last YouTube video.
That looked like a hell of a get-together. Who put that together?
I think Demo.
I think it was just Demo.
Demo
Oh, okay.
and his crew, and then like partnered with Ox Ranch, which is a really cool place here in Texas. If you don't know, it's drive tanks. You can go shoot a bunch of tanks, machine guns, rocket launchers, explosives, all kinds of artillery. And then they also have Ox Ranch attached to it, which is like a huge exotic game hunting ranch and safari. So
I pet capybaras.
yeah, she got to go see capybaras.
Uncle Dijon and I, we snuck off.
Yeah.
Was the road kangaroo still there? I forget his
Yeah,
name.
he's always there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hangs around always. We got to pet him, Scar.
Yeah, Scar.
Yeah. It was Scarlet, and they thought it was a girl, and they just changed it to Scar once they found out he was a boy. Those rhinos, those are my favorite. Because you can walk up to their tiny little fence and just holler at them like a dog.
Feel the need to inappropriately touch them, or
The rhinos? Yeah, you always have to touch their horn, but you got to touch the horn to get the powers. But the dude that was there teaching us about the rhinos was a little much. He's from Australia or something.
Yes.
And there was like us, and there was like a husband and wife, and they're like little kids. And he's like, you guys want to see something? He loves this. And
he's like, no, he said something like, yeah, he's like, this will get him real happy.
Yeah, happy. And he would like kind of lean into the cage and like reach way under to the soft parts. He's like, it's real soft and nice down here.
There were children present.
Yeah, and he just like he starts
present.
like scratching him like a big dog, like way under his belly near the back, and like it'll lift its leg up and like it's like loving it, but it gets fully erect every time. And he just kept doing it. He's like, you guys want to see me make this rhino horny again? he just kept doing it.
Yeah.
And Batty was there with us. He's like, okay. He's like,
Batty walked away.
He's like,
He was
after like the third time of him giving this rhino a boner, he's like, I was done. and
I was like, it's fair enough.
yeah, we were giving them, just giving them lettuce, patting on them, and then giving them boners.
Yeah.
So,
we weren't doing.
Yeah, we weren't, but we were watching. We were bystanders.
And you making fun of me for the Mothman Cthulhu thing. At least I'm not jerking off real life rhinos. Mine is just hypothetical.
But like you would jerk off Mothman's like 20 dicks if like you could.
I mean,
like just to see at least.
They do be having like 6 dicks.
Yeah, so most of them at least. They got that big crazy dick.
Weird.
I don't even like. There's enough for every hole. Did you know that millions of Americans suffer from bland food every day? Firecracker Farm is here to help with hot salt. Go to firecracker.farm and use code MILK to upgrade basically everything you eat today. That's firecracker.farm, code MILK.
There's got to be a porn of this.
There's probably
Somebody
not.
has created a Mothman porn. If it exists, there's pornography of it.
Yeah, there's probably porn for sure, but I wonder if they used the lower, like, accurate penis of a moth.
The biblically accurate.
Yeah.
Biblically accurate Mothman dick.
Penis, and it comes out and they're like, holy shit. It's just one huge one. It's got like 6 other penises that come off of it. And they're just, there's got to be some kind of like anime drawing of that. Like
I mean, think of it, there's all the tentacle shit.
Yeah,
right?
of course, there's got to be Mothman with his 20 dicks coming out, and then somebody.
There was an original porn that was incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
And then some keyboard.
Somebody was like, no, this cannot. I cannot stand this.
Boring. You're giving Mothman a human dick? Come on now. Yeah.
Some subreddit got together and raised the funds to make a biblically accurate Mothman.
Yes.
Porn, with his multiple winners.
It's like the Mortal Kombat movies. Like the professional one wasn't good, so the fans got together and did it correctly.
Goes in, and then all the other ones just sprawl out inside, or they're just going into every hole at the same time. I mean, that sounds like something some girls would be interested in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure
most girls.
Bad Dragon has done a
That'd be cool if they had a Mothman.
Yeah, I'm gonna pitch it to him.
Yeah, if they don't have it, you should be like, hey, can you make a Mothman one? Well, honestly, I could do that with my fuckable animals line that I want to do.
Why, you're just taking Mothman from me?
Well, creature. No, I'd make that for you. I'd make you a Mothman that could fuck you.
Can I get in on these proceeds?
Yeah, I'll give it to you to test out, see what you think, and if you approve, then we'll make it the line. But yeah,
I still cannot tell if you're joking about the fuckable monsters or not.
No, I think that would do really well.
Didn't you buy that Grinch?
Yeah, I bought. Whenever Fleshlight, I got an ad for it on Twitter. Like they knew, dude, and they
knew what?
They just knew that I wanted the Grinch.
You cannot make fun of me ever again for anything, Caleb.
I'm going to though.
You're like, oh, Mothman, oh, Cthulhu. Listen, I do want to fuck the Grinch, the Grussy.
But they drew up a Grinch with like huge honkers and fat ass, and they're like, but now you can have sex with these things, and I'm like, what? They had the Grody and the Grussy, and they are both wild looking. But yeah, it's just green holes that you can do love to. If you guys are interested in that, they probably still have them. Yeah, special edition Christmas time. If you're lonely at Christmas, you've got the Grussy and the Grody.
Why does it got to be Christmas time?
Well, that's when it came out.
Oh.
And, I think it was like special edition. Like they just come out like during certain holidays.
They give it a score out of 5 on their website. Okay.
Oh, wow.
What did it get? How many stars?
They score it themselves a 4.36, which out of their entire catalog is rank of 145.
Okay.
And they give you like a little texture map of what the inside of it looks like. Like that fucking
it's like
matters.
Wild. Yeah, they do some crazy stuff.
What is this company?
Fleshlight.
Assist.
Oh,
yeah, Fleshlight. Yeah.
The OG. Okay.
Yeah, they're here in Austin, I think, is where they make all that.
So, like, they have to test out their own. Like, I'm wondering, like, what does sexual harassment in the workplace look like at places like Fleshlight and Bad Dragon and stuff? Because, like, obviously, it's got to be a different kind of corporate America than any other. I'm wondering, because it's like, all right, guys, like, are you sitting in a meeting being like, James,
go test this out.
You the Grussy. Tell me, I'm going to go in the bathroom right now. I'm going to test this thing out.
It probably really is similar to that. Like,
it's probably really similar to a coffee company we're all familiar with.
Yeah. Like, and that would, like, what kind of work day is that?
Nah, we're way too corporate now.
But yeah, like imagine that's your work day though. You go into work and you're like, I'm going to have to fuck a bunch of fake vaginas and buttholes today.
My dick is so shaved.
I'm so tired, dude. And they have water fountains of Gatorade and like energy drinks and stuff like all day.
Does Fleshlight make shit for women?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They make all kinds of stuff. I think they actually have the alien dick, like Alien, like the movies. They have those. I think they have a couple like pretty cool to compete with Bad Dragon. But they've got some cool stuff. But yeah, that seems like a pretty fun job. Like you're literally, especially being the designer, like you're like, what do I want to like? And you're like, well, you're like, you know what? Let's make the inside crazy. Like, what's gonna do some cool stuff, like corkscrews and all the knobs and things that they put inside of those. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that seems like a pretty fun day at work.
This video's already demonetized. Isn't it? Sorry, Dave.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, we got off track there, but demos was really fun.
Right.
No, yeah.
Enough about pocket pussies. Let's talk about the most
we're back to this.
Man retiring from
we're back to the
We blew up a bunch of stuff. You guys will see the videos soon. And then, open bar, pet a bunch of wild animals, and then the highlight on the way up there is we passed a Pizza Hut Classic.
Yep.
And we were like, we got to go there on the way back. So we left before the real party started so that we could go to Pizza Hut Classic, which has like all
they had like the original chandeliers, the red plastic cups.
Yeah.
They had like
they didn't have the red ones. They had a cool version of Pizza Hut cups.
Did they not? Am I just thinking in my mind that I?
They were like giant clear ones, but they were like old. Like you could tell they were old cups, and it had like the Pepsi logo on them. They were like very crystallized cups. But all the chandeliers,
the quarter machines.
Yeah, all the quarter machines, like those are old.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if they can even keep stocking those.
I don't know. It took some of my quarters.
Yeah. They probably do that on purpose. They're like, we're going to make it eat some people's quarters because this is the last bit we have.
Right.
So we're going to have to gyp some people out of some quarters. Mm-hmm. But bunch of pizza and came home and chilled after that. And then we hung out for Jared's midnight birthday party for a little while. That was fun.
Yeah, you were chugging some Schlager.
Yeah, I was passing out the schlag, of course. Anytime there's a special occasion.
I was not a fan of that.
Yeah, you were. You loved it.
No, that reminds me of Danny Warsnop. Anytime he comes to town, he's like, "Do you want to do some Rumplemint's?" I'm like,
Yeah.
I would rather do anything.
Well, that's mint though. This is
It's like cinnamon. It's the same thing. Mint. Do you want to have mouthwash or do you want to have fucking like Big Red?
It's like bitter Fireball. But it's like it's so nostalgic because it was a lot of our first alcohols. That was the first liquor I ever drank.
That was yours?
Was Goldschlager. Yeah, like I had like wine and shit like that. But like the first bottle that we all like when like one of our buddies was old enough, like we got a big bottle of Goldschlager, like, and that was what we
You're so much classier than
That's what we got drunk on.
My very first alcohol was Montezuma tequila.
That makes sense.
It's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
bad.
I think that was like my first tequila. And I remember my mom, like my mom and dad always had a huge jug of that they kept for margaritas.
Montezuma specifically? Yeah, it's like the
in a
cheap
huge
shit. Yeah, it's
plastic
Yeah.
fucking bottle. Poison tequila.
It is poison.
It's so bad.
I like the thought of it. Like there's not, I could probably have one shot of that now
And
then
die.
I'd be hungover for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's wild how your body can't handle those things that you could as a child.
As a child, yeah.
Yeah, a literal child. But yeah, that was a good day. Good fun time.
Oh yeah, I love that
Yeah.
for you. Are you, you're going to Africa?
Yeah, I leave for South Africa tomorrow. I'm down there for 2 weeks with Q, Kevin, and all those boys. I'm hosting a hunting series, so I'll be like that. We're filming. Gosh, I think they said 5 or 6 episodes of like a hunting series that we're doing, and I'm like the host of it. I think it's Kevin and a couple of other guys that are like participating. And I know I'm going to be hunting stuff, but I don't know if I'm like part of the challenge because I'm the host. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Going to get to hunt a lot of stuff, and I'm really excited because I was like, what all are we going to get to hunt? And he's like, you mentioned a few things like water buffalo and kudu and possibly zebra, but then he's like, honestly, what aren't we going to hunt? And I was like, oh, okay. So that's exciting. Hope to come back with a lot of skulls and skins and things like that.
And that was one of the things, right? Like you were saying, like none of the meat or anything goes to waste.
Yeah, they've got like all the different tribes and reservations and things like that are in the area. Because apparently, so like this place that we're at, I think he said it's like over 1 million acres, and one section
That's
of
insane.
it is like a resort and like safari for like anybody to go to, and just is like beautiful. And you go see animal, like it's like those buildings where it's like your breakfast and pool and all this stuff is set up, and there's giraffes that can come up and like their heads can reach you.
Oh, that's
while
cute.
you're like in the pool.
I
And you
love
see
giraffes.
like elephants out in the distance and stuff. And then the stuff that really funds everything is the hunting side, where and you know obviously they do it right. Like they don't let you hunt anything that like you know is super exotic or like rare.
Yeah.
So like it's like this needs to die. Like
Right.
you can hunt this because it's very old.
Yeah.
And it needs to die, or it's like this is you know some animal that like. It's you like you know they have it figured out in a way to keep the chain moving right.
Sure.
So it's really cool. But yeah, they said whenever anything you kill, if you obviously like we can't ship the meat back and things like that. They said they use all the meat and everything for like tribes and different like organizations there and like people, and like some of it goes to the resort. And you can get the Euro mounts. And he was showing me, he's like, most of these mounts you can get them done for like $100 and $200.
Oh, nice.
And they just fill you like a giant crate and then freight it over. And then he's like the crate itself, like to ship here is like $2,000. He's like, but you can fill it to the brim for like another $2,000 worth of skulls and hides and whatever it is that you decide you want to send over.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's awesome. And he's like, so you can get a lot of really cool
And
stuff.
you're going with Kevin.
Yeah, it's Kevin and like a lot of the engineers of Q, because we're like they're doing like actual data recording, like they're going there because they're trying to implement that 8.6 for like military use. So they're showing like it's ballistics and like shooting different animals at different ranges to show like how the ballistics work on like impact and like okay, well we shot this fucking animal that's pretty much a tank, like water buffalo and stuff like that, like and it's the bullet is able to go like 16 to 20 inches deep in these animals. So it's like, this is super effective on people.
Yeah. So Terry the terrorist is no problem.
Exactly. It's like you can put somebody down
Okay.
with way less shots.
Gotcha.
And it's also a really good way to turn an employee trip into a tax
A
write-off.
work thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. And they've got a few new guns that they're working on. I think they've got that. They've showed it off a few times now, that the Mega Fix, because they have that 8.6 Black, which is the boom box, and they have a fix of that as well. But they've got one called the Mega Fix, which they're trying. I think it's like a 300 Super Mag or something like that is what they're calling it. Like some new bullet that they're working on. So they're going to try that out a lot. Yeah, it's going to be
Where are they based out of?
New Hampshire, I think
That
is where
is
it's
so
at.
random.
It's like there's so many gun companies there. It's SIG is there too.
I think there's something with the laws or
Yeah.
the gun laws or something, because I think Phil from All That Remains
Yeah.
lived up there
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a while, right?
And I think it's just where so many started. Like I know SIG
Yeah.
started there, and there's 2 or 3 other ones that are there. Excuse me. And that's like, Kevin was with SIG for years and years and years, and then like whenever he started his own stuff, I think it is a lot of law stuff up there is like
Yeah.
ideal for gun manufacturers.
Yeah. So like it just in general, it looks like it's pretty friendly. The permitless carry,
Yeah.
no minimum age to carry, no registration or background checks, no ban on assault weapons,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
restrictions on bolt gun purchase. They party.
Yeah.
They can.
They party.
And that's like whenever I think that the fixes came about whenever some law was happening and they were like having assault like rifle builds like were up for debate, and they're like, well, we need to focus on something else, and they started doing the fix and the mini fix and all that stuff, and then they had like really good success in that, and then after that everything calmed down. That's when they started working on the boom box. But yeah, that crazy guns. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it. They make Honey Badger, Sugar Weasel,
Honey
Boom
Badger.
Box, the Fix, Mini Fix, Mega Fix.
Totally.
A lot of cool guns, a lot of cool suppressors. So should be a really, really fun trip. Very excited. Said like all the food is friggin' amazing. And yeah, I'm super pumped for this.
Is it like a lot of exotic foods?
Yeah, like they said, like a lot of the meats and stuff, like we'll be able to eat a lot of the stuff that like
Yeah.
we killed or like was killed previously, and then
Yeah.
because I think because we're on that resort, like I think they make most of the meals there.
That's cool.
So it'll be like he's like this is like like 5-star deep like
Oh, that's
meals
cool.
that are
That's
going to. I was like, oh
Yeah.
hell yeah!
I'm
So
assuming they'd have a lot of really awesome things. Like,
yeah,
I had zebra once when John Dudley came down and cooked
Yeah.
for us at the ranch.
yeah, that's awesome.
Sure, it's like I couldn't get past the thought that I felt like I was
Almost horse.
eating a horse.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a little couldn't move past that, and it was like cooked in such a way that it was still wasn't like bloody raw, but it
Sure.
was pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
Some
it
very
was
rare horse.
Oh, it was rare. I was
Yeah.
I was chewing on a rare. I was chewing on a rare piece of horse meat.
I've eaten some interesting animals.
Weren't you there?
Yeah. I think I tried
the
it too.
nachos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe I'm just boring, but cow is still king.
I love cow.
Yeah, I
Like-
mean, steak rules. It's really hard to.
Yeah.
Like I
Pretty
like.
much any exotic meat is like, yeah, I'll try it to say I did it, but
Yeah.
I still want a steak.
I do love me a good Axis burger.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, that's true. An elk burger is pretty awesome too.
I don't like whitetail. It's too gamey.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of venison.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not-
normal venison
no.
isn't that great. It's fine. Wildebeest was pretty good, but bison, like the cuts of bison, it's not really for me. It's very, very chewy. It's like a lot of chewing,
Yeah.
and it's very grass tasting.
Do me a favor while you're out in Africa, if you get the chance to do this. I don't know when I would ever have the opportunity because kudu is so expensive
Yeah.
to hunt here.
Yeah.
But I heard it's fucking delicious.
Awesome. Yeah, they said the same thing.
If there's like an option, I know you don't get to keep the meat, but if they have that on the menu,
eat, yeah.
if you try it, like report back.
Okay. Yeah.
Just take a slice and like just put it in
it
your
in my
pocket.
pocket. Yeah.
Will you bring me back one slice of kudu?
Yeah. I hope I make it back.
Kudu cargo pocket meat.
Yeah, they were saying that they're like it's a pretty prevalent thing there right now that they're just like killing white people a lot.
So yeah, go vacation there for
Yeah,
several
yeah. So
weeks.
hopefully I don't have any issues when I get down there. I don't know like what is going on there.
If you die, I'm gonna kill myself and bully you in the afterlife.
That doesn't make sense. Like I don't think that it's allowed in the afterlife unless we're ghosts that are here. And I don't think you get to bully another ghost.
right,
If
whatever.
you tried to bully me as a ghost, I would beat the hell out of you as
You're
a ghost.
a ghost. Your fists mean nothing.
Well, then what are you going to do?
Make fun of you.
That's not
I'll be
going
like,
to work.
Caleb went and died.
I'll be like, yeah,
You
look at you,
motherfucker.
pussy. You killed yourself. You
Wow.
were so sad.
I
little
did it to
pussy.
prove a point.
Yeah, I was so sad.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully I come back.
Yeah. No, sure.
Yeah, hopefully it goes well.
Maybe this trip don't drink the local water.
Yeah, I'll try not to.
Oh my God. I wanted to actually physically, you're like, I don't know why I'm barfing so much. I don't know why I'm so sick. I think I have food poisoning. And it's like you were drinking not only were you drinking the water, but they even say do not have drinks with ice in it because the ice is obviously the water.
Well,
you're like doing all of it.
I know. Well, I was there with all the guys from like Warfighter, and they go down there like regular, like multiple times a year, and they were all just like doing anything. I was like, oh, okay, this must be pretty fun. But everyone got sick. It wasn't just me in that group. And it's in that particular thing, the water thing, they say that usually takes like a week or so until that appears. So it probably was just
Yeah, 'cause
me
you were there
drinking
for a
water.
week or
yeah, I
a
was
week
there
plus,
for
right?
exactly a week. And,
Yeah, and then it was like 2 days after you got
we were
back.
drinking a lot of water. Like, the first day I got back, like I was still recovering from pneumonia. But first day I got back, felt fine, and then it hit hard that next day. That was like one of the most annoying sicknesses. Like obviously, like I was puking and like crapping my
'cause
brains
you were
out.
hiccuping
But
really
I
bad.
had these hiccups, but because my body was like so empty, it was like just like pure acid in my stomach. And if I just drinking water would give me hiccups that were so violent that they would almost make me puke every time I hiccuped. So I like was having stuff like come up in the back of my throat. Like I couldn't sleep, like just sitting down. I couldn't stream because it was like painful hiccups. And the only way to make them go away was to like empty out. So I had to I would make myself puke when they got like so annoying because it was the only way I could sleep.
All right, we'll get back to those idiots in just a second, but first, I have to tell you about one of today's sponsors, Mudwater. Coffee and other energy drinks always just kind of made me feel jittery, not really energized or thinking clearly. But I think I found a product that fixes that. Mudwater is a coffee alternative filled with chai, cacao, lion's mane, chaga, reishi, cordyceps, turmeric, and cinnamon. Antioxidants, and all those other fancy health words that make you feel superior to your coffee drinking friends. So head on over to mudwater.com and grab you a starter kit for up to 43% off when you use the code PIE. That's MUDWTR.com. Use the code PIE. They're going to throw in free shipping, and they're going to throw in a battery-powered frother to make it frothy. But support the show. Tell them you sent us. Give them some roos.
Lucy is upping the nicotine pouch game with Breakers. Nicotine pouches that pack a little extra punch. If you know your nicotine pouches, you know that the nicotine doesn't hit immediately, and neither does the flavor. Well, the geniuses at Lucy have put a mini liquid capsule inside the Breakers pouch. So here's what you gotta do. Grab a Breakers pouch and break that capsule with your teeth. Yes, it makes an incredibly satisfying pop. And then put it in your lip and enjoy instant nicotine and flavor. And nobody is doing anything like this except for Lucy. It's a new kind of pouch technology. 4 or 8 milligrams of tobacco-free pure nicotine, available in 6 flavors. So head on down to lucy.co and use that promo code PIE, P-I-E, that gets you 20% off, and as always, free shipping. Let's go, boys and girls, it's time. Get these pouches inside you.
And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Today's episode is brought to you by Turtle Beach. They're the most comfortable headset that I've experienced and even can wear them for hours on end. They also sound great, and especially when you're editing hours upon hours of video looking for those little nuances in sound design, you need a good headset that you can trust. Or even if you're trying to hear that person sneaking up on you in a first-person shooter game. Turtle Beach doesn't just have headsets. They have an amazing product line for all gaming accessories. From racing simulators, keyboards, and even a great line of mice. Get the ultimate in immersive gaming today and head over to turtlebeach.com. And if you use the code PIE, that's right, PIE, you get 10% off your order. So go to turtlebeach.com and don't forget, use the code PIE.
But finally, after I went to like urgent care like twice, and then I like almost was going to the emergency room one night, and I like literally on my drive to the ER, it stopped. And I remember I just pulled into HEB and sat there for like 10 minutes, and I didn't have any hiccups. I'm like, well, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to get a bunch of applesauce and broth and things like that, because like I've not been able to eat or drink anything for like 2 days now. I don't know, it was more like 3 or 4 days at that point. And then I went home, did the broth and the sauce, and was fine. And, I had told my doctor, I was like, it could be the water, what they're telling me. And she was like, oh, shit, yes. She's like, that's called Montezuma's Revenge. It probably is that here.
See, Montezuma, you should have just went with Montezuma tequila.
I know.
You'd been fine.
And then I should have just drank bottled water like a smart person. But yeah, then they gave me like the medicines I needed for it, and it went away like within a day. The hiccups and everything went away. So yeah, I'll be more careful about the water
I'm doing
this
a
time.
parasite cleanse.
Oh yeah.
Are you the cleanse or the parasite?
Yeah. Like what if you just die because you're the parasite?
That also checks out. Yeah, no, I asked my doctor because I get really paranoid because I'm always like wrist deep in gore and like
Yeah. Dead
roadkill and
animals.
shit.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, what if I have like worms or like a parasite or like something that's like attached to like my brain, or I don't know, what if I'm breathing in like brain worms? That's
You
not
could.
a
That would
thing,
check
is it?
out. Yeah. Brain worms. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways,
What if you died like a decade ago and we're just talking to a brain bug?
Yeah. Like those bugs that like, what are they called? Like the zombie worms or whatever
Oh,
it is. Where
those insects.
Yeah,
the zombie, they're
they
like a
take
wasp
over
or something.
Well, they take over
Right?
bugs. Like
Yeah.
it's just a weird worm that like
and they
goes
control-
inside
yes,
of bugs and
that
controls
is the
them.
scariest fucking thing.
Yeah.
You look at that and you you just want to like ask God like, why?
Yeah, I think that's where they got the idea for how the zombies are in Last of Us, because
Yeah.
one of those
Yes,
once
yes,
because
it's
it's like
very similar
the
to
bug
the,
is dead and it starts growing funguses and stuff on it.
Yeah.
and then like the bugs look crazy and they like move all weird, and it's literally because a worm is inside of it controlling its brain and then making it like latch onto other animals so that the worm can get inside of them.
Yeah, it's called the zombie fungus.
Yeah.
They infect ants.
Yeah.
Through spores. There's another one I'm thinking of though. The tarantula hawk.
Oh yeah, that's that big
It's
giant
the wasp.
Yeah.
The wasp. It stings tarantulas.
Yeah.
Then it drags it to its lair. Then it lays It lays its eggs on top of the paralyzed tarantula body, and they stay paralyzed for weeks.
Yeah.
And then once the larvae hatch, they eat their way down through the tarantula while it's still alive, and they can feel everything. They're just paralyzed.
It's pretty
They can't do
wild.
anything about it. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's
Nature's pretty sick.
Pretty scary. It's pretty scary when God
Yeah, I don't understand that. I want to know where that lives so I can never ever
go there. Tarantula hawk.
I feel like all the insect shit is like Australia, right? It's always like the huntsman spider, the
a
funnel
lot
web
of that,
spider.
A lot of that crazy stuff is there. A lot of
I
it's
ain't even
like
scared of the animals.
yeah,
It's just-
very Middle Eastern and
Yeah.
like down under and stuff.
I think we have a couple we have botflies here, don't we? Like in the
Yeah,
lower
that's
states.
that's like
That
everywhere.
scares the
oh yeah, I
shit
hate
out
that.
of me.
It's so gross.
I hate insects.
Yeah, I remember when I was little, we used to have rabbits a lot, and like they would always get those.
In West Virginia?
Oh, yeah.
No way. I thought that was like a southern like
No, that's everywhere. It's just
Are
a
you
botfly.
serious?
Yeah, those are everywhere. But I
I
remember
thought that was like exotic.
no, we had rabbits die from it because like we had one. I remember like and you don't really know because like their fur was so thick because we had like outside rabbits, like they were in like a huge kennel. And I remember like
I hate all of
they
this.
had like one day it just like was noticeable that it had giant like they're called warbles when they're in that stage.
I hate it.
And they're all over and like squirrels. So I mean, there's been times I've been squirrel hunting and I kill it and I get it and I'm like, what the hell? And it's just got like giant like pulsing pus balls all over it.
Like why does that exist?
Yeah, pretty gross.
I do not like that.
Yeah, like, okay, I got to lay my eggs in the flesh of other animals and they're going to like breathe out of these holes they make in your body for a couple months until they're ready to fly out of your body.
And then they eat their way out of your body. Some of them just
Yeah. It's like gross. And like you see people like that, they're really prominent in other countries. Like it's bad. You see people that like travel and stuff and like they'll have duct tape in random parts of their bodies because it's cutting off the air to them. and that way they leave it on for a couple days. So you got to just deal with it wiggling around in your body. I would be slicing that out.
I would slice it out. I don't care. I would literally carve. I don't give a shit.
But yeah, they would just leave it and like put duct tape on it to where like basically kill it so it can't breathe. And then because it tries to get out,
squeeze it out.
It'll stick its head out. Some of them they can, but they usually take tweezers or something and just grab its head that's sticking out and then just pull it out, and it leaves like a massive hole because they're like as big as your fucking pinky.
Yeah.
So gross.
Even worse, like, so Laura Zara, one of my best friends, she's got these buddies that we went out with in Idaho, Montana, Utah, one of those places. And he was like, we're somehow gotten the topic of botflies. He's an older guy. He's been all over the earth. And he's like, and he pulls it like out of his pocket. He had a botfly once and he saved it, and he had it in like some distilled like preservative, like a wet specimen jar. And I'm like, you catch
he just carries it around?
He's like, yeah. He's like, and it's funny how it happens too, because it feels like a sting. Like you just, like you've been, like something just stung you. And it's just like.
It crawling into your body. They lay them on your body, and then the heat like activates the eggs, and then as soon as they crawl out of their egg, they just like burrow because they're really small. Like you won't even see them half the time when they first come out.
It literally enrages me that I share the same planet with shit like this.
Oh yeah. I've seen like when people get them in their hair, and then they go to like shave a huge spot of their head, and there's like a giant like wiggle coming out of it. Really gross.
This has ruined my day.
Yeah, pretty nasty stuff. So yeah, watch out for botflies.
Yeah, it's ruined my day knowing that they live here in the States, because I've been bit by a brown recluse spider before, which was interesting. I had to go on antibiotics because I'd almost reached that stage of like, why the f did I almost just say necrophilia?
It's gross,
necrosis. Necrosis, because it like my skin just started to change from like pink to red to like almost a purple, and I was like, this is not a regular spider bite.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, that's brown recluse. They were like,
you're gonna die.
They were like, and people have lost limbs. I knew a girl who lost her leg from a spider bite.
Or it just becomes dead and just hangs there on your body. It's just like all like shriveled up and nasty and just hangs on your body. Yeah.
I don't like sharing the planet with these motherfuckers.
It's weird to me that you're so scared of like a tiny little wiggly organism being in your body when you want one that's 3 stories tall to put his large wiggly wet body parts into your whole body.
He's not even real.
And it's going to smell like octopus and fish.
How do you know that?
It is
Have
going
you
to
met
smell
him?
like old sushi for
Have you met him?
Yeah.
Are you friends with him?
Not
Yeah,
face to
we've
face, but we
seen
smelled him.
He's a giant squid man. You think he's going to smell good? And you're like, yes, put it all inside. Like, that's yeah. When you picture this 3-story tall fish man, stinky fucking.
I'm mostly joking.
Yeah, I know, but it's like fun to.
Mostly.
It's fun to make fun of you for it.
You can't make fun of me. You literally the Grinch pussy.
Yeah, that's cool as hell. I'm the one doing the fucking here, and it's not a stinky fish wiggle arm that's more than triple the size of my body.
Listen, I changed my answer, my original answer
To Mothman.
to Mothman.
With his multiple,
He's a humanoid figure, right?
His multiple spiky furry wieners.
We don't know that they're spiky.
It
We've
could
seen
be
the
just
video.
like a feather. They could be soft.
Oh, they could be soft. Yeah, it just tickles your insides while it's in every hole.
What if you do get a chance to sleep with Mothman and it literally just tickles the entire time?
Yeah,
He's like, stop it. Stop
this
it.
sucks.
All right, we're going to Point Pleasant.
Damn it!
Pack
Yeah,
your shit, Caleb.
I mean, yeah, I think that's a plan at some point, anyways, is to go there. And,
I want to go to the Mothman Museum.
Yeah, and see his huge ass for some reason. I don't know why they did that to the statue.
He's double cheeked up.
They made a statue there in Point Pleasant
We're going
of
tomorrow.
him, and his ass is gigantic.
We're going tomorrow.
I don't know why
Let me
they
Google
did
this.
that.
I gotta Google this.
Like
shit
people,
really quick.
people. There's like a thing. People put
Mothman.
quarters in his ass.
Statue. Where Point Pleasant?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Looks like the Silver Surfer's
It's huge.
ass.
I think it's starting to get like its ass is starting to like wear because it's like brass or something. And like where so many people touch its ass, it's got like a wear spots.
I'm
on
only
it.
saying they gave him like 8-pack abs too. This is fucking hilarious.
Well, yeah, it's somebody that wanted to get fucked by him that built this statue. Like they're like, yeah,
I
big
get their contact
Mothman with
information?
huge wiener and
alone.
fat old ass. abs.
Okay, I don't think he has a wiener.
Yeah, he probably does. They probably gave him like a beautiful man wiener. Like so that way they could
Mothman
like
statue.
justify it more.
Ass.
No, they gave him like
Oh my
underwear.
god.
He's got like briefs on.
His ass is so
he's
fat.
got like little boy underwear on, hiding his monster schlong and fat old ass.
Dave, do you ever put pictures up on the screen?
Rarely.
Well,
Rarely? Oh man. All right,
is
go
this one of those
Google.
times?
Everybody
yeah,
Google.
you should do that.
the
Yeah.
moth-
He's even got like a
ass.
weird hairy chest.
Oh yeah. They've it was somebody who like definitely was into.
Oh
him.
yeah. They literally made him like a fuckable, like
Yeah.
one of those weird
Yeah.
horny book
Horny books.
people.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that someone thought of this, but I am surprised that like
They allowed
there were
it?
meetings in this town
And they like saw
Yeah.
it and
that
was
were
like,
like,
hell
yeah.
yeah.
Main Street wrecked it. Do it.
Yeah. They're like, you
Amazing.
know what? Yeah. So what if he maybe destroyed a bridge that killed a bunch of people? Like, he's pretty fucked.
They designed him to be like one of those horny book characters.
Yeah,
like the
because
TikTok girls.
it's like people like are like don't know if he was like there as an omen to like warn them of these things happening, or like if he is maybe just an alien, or if he is one of the many creatures of West Virginia.
well, they all agreed he was at least very fuckable.
Yeah, they were like, hey, I saw him fly by, and his ass was clapping when he flew by. It was gnarly.
That was the flap, clap, flap,
yeah,
clap,
yeah,
flap, flap.
yeah. There's a lot of them,
Yeah.
but yeah, he's pretty fuckable. At least he's got an ass that don't quit for sure. But yeah, I'd like to see that. I would like to go up there. There's quite a few West Virginia cryptids.
Yeah, like it's Appalachia.
Yeah,
area,
they
right?
have the Flatwoods Monster is another one that's like pretty popular
Yeah.
up there. I forget what he looks like. It's like a weird.
Yeah, because there's some cryptids that are like also do some bleed over like Wendigos and like skinwalkers, like because that's like
Yeah, those are like
native,
that's very
indigenous.
native areas. I think that's
Yeah.
like more like Montana and Colorado and places
I
like
get
that.
dude, I get like
That's
I get sketched the fuck out every time I go up in that area. There is something like, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like my
Oh,
happy
yeah,
place.
yeah.
I feel so at one with like nature and being outside. But I feel like there are other things. In those
Well, I think to think that there's not at this point is like silly almost because for there to be so many sightings of these things like around
Yeah.
the country, it's like fucking millions of people have seen things, and it's like, no, it's not real. We swear. Like we were talking about this a couple days ago. Me and some of the guys were like talking about how like Bigfoot is probably for sure real.
Yeah, you were telling me. that.
And they were like, but like these logging companies and stuff like that, like they've probably killed him. Like there's probably a lot of dead Bigfoots now because if they were to find it and recognize that they found it, like, hey, we can't log anymore. This is a Bigfoot territory. Like they're gonna be like, nah, we're gonna lose billions of dollars if we don't log here. So let's fucking kill him, chop him up. We each get some pieces and we get to keep it. Or they've got him in a lab somewhere, or like somewhere like they're just, you know, examining and see
Yeah.
like that. That's a fun thing to think that it's
Yeah.
that's
Someone's
what
got
it
a
is.
jar in their basement with the
Yeah.
Bigfoot's dick.
Yeah, just like a huge like ape
Hell
man
yeah.
wiener, like, and they're like, "That's Bigfoot's dick," and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "No, it is for real."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that. I get very like fire in the sky, like
Oh yeah.
alien
Yeah.
vibes when I'm out there, like not good.
Oh
like
yeah.
I've had a lot of my friends out there say that they've had like questionable things happen too. And even my friend Brooke, she was in her cave because she lives in a cave. She texted me like last week and she was like, something touched me. She was like, and she doesn't
Yeah.
fuck, like she's the
Yeah.
most fearless whatever. She said that she was sitting in the cave and something physically like ran its hand down her back and touched her. And I was like, that would scare the shit out of me. And she's like, yeah.
Was she like asleep when this happened?
No, she was just
or
chilling.
did she just
No,
lay
no,
there
she
and
was
not
just
move, or did she turn around and look, or like what?
Yeah, she said she turned around, nothing was there.
Ghost, maybe.
Yeah. It's
Like,
all like mining territory too, and it's a word that I can't. There's a slur word for Asian people, and then gulch, and it's like
okay.
this little area.
Okay.
Widescreen Gulch?
Yeah, there's like a whole. No, maybe that was a different part of. No, never mind. That may have been a different mining town. I can't keep my town straight.
Yeah.
Literally every time I go up there, we drive through like 4 different states. So it's hard for me to like keep
Yeah.
my bearings about which place was where. But like there's so many like little mining towns and old like places up there where like people just died.
Yeah. I want to explore Alaska more for sure. And that one, I mean, that's like where that's all of like the main UFO and alien sightings and shit like that is like all in like Alaska, and Nome, Alaska is the
tell me
number one for that. Yeah, that's the one. That's where The Fourth Kind is
I love
filmed, and that's where
Alaska
that's
so
literally you
much.
can look that up. It's like for that to be such small towns and stuff. The number of like sightings and things and like paranormal stuff that they have that goes on is like way more than anywhere in the country.
My biggest fear is aliens. Like I know they're real.
Oh yeah,
Like they're real.
Yeah,
like
that's,
they exist.
That's definitely way
It's
scarier.
terrifying.
They kind of programmed us to be like that because they're like, yes, they want to rip my shit up and study me and abduct me, and they're so smart and beyond me because they're like almost like God
We'd be
type
like
figures.
lab rats to them.
They're like so above us.
Like that scene from Fire in the Sky. I haven't even watched the movie, but I had a friend make me watch that one part where he's abducted, and like it's like stuck with me.
Dude, the scene in Fourth Kind, whenever she was recording herself, like on her
Did we
little
watch
thing.
that together?
I think you were falling asleep a lot, or just like not looking. Like I think you were like trying not to pay attention to it because it was fucking with
I
you.
feel like I watched some alien movie with you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We tried to watch it, but I think you were like, no, I don't want to. And you were like doing stuff on your phone. Like I think you were trying not to watch it.
Oh, okay, yeah, that checks out.
But there was a part where she's like about to fall asleep, and she's like talking to her recorder, like talking about the stuff that went on the day, and she falls asleep, and then you can hear her like sleeping, and then like something comes into her room. And she's like freaking out, and it's like speaking this other language, like supposedly speaking Sumerian, like like the first language, and it's saying all this stuff. And then like the guy who like was able to translate parts of it was basically it's like saying it's like they're like I am God, and like I was like saying all this like crazy shit. It's like it was just crazy. It was like talking down to her, and it's like there's no escape. Like we are here,
I
and
know
I
what I
am
didn't
God.
like about that movie. The owl thing, because owls are one of my favorite. Owls, aside from possums, owls are my favorite animal on this planet.
Yeah.
Like, and I didn't like the weird juxtaposition of like the owl and the alien thing.
Yeah, in the movie, whenever they would abduct you in the night, they would replace your memory of you being abducted to you just like looking out the window and an owl staring at you out your window, and like all the people that were experiencing that all saw the same thing, like a big white owl that was staring at them through their window.
I think I do remember parts.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool movie.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I watched it, I was like, what? Like it was giving me like chills, like the whole time I was watching it. It was a really cool movie.
Signs fucked me up. That's the one that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, same. That was like one of the first scariest movies I saw when I was little. That scene when it first walks by at that,
And then the
like,
leg in the cornfield.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the one when they're running around the house, right?
Yeah.
And then he sees the leg go into that.
Yeah.
Scared the shit
Oh yeah.
out of me.
Yeah. Whenever he's like, whenever M. Night Shyamalan's character is like, I'm leaving, and he's like, I got one locked in the closet or something. He's like, I don't think they can figure out doors. And he goes in, and like the hand comes under, and he like chops his fingers off.
Yeah. When the whole time he's putting the knife under the door,
like trying to see.
like,
oh yeah, the whole time I was like,
bullets.
yeah.
That was probably one of the top 10 most like nervous, anxious, like suspenseful scenes
It was
of
a
any
great
movie I've ever seen of all time.
Really good movie. It holds up too.
Yeah,
Every
it
time
does.
I watch it,
I watched it
man.
last year or something.
Yeah, we watched it not too long ago.
How do
Yeah.
you pronounce his fucking name?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin
Yeah,
Phoenix
yeah.
was so good in that
Yeah.
movie.
Oh yeah.
I loved him with the tinfoil hat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good.
Really good movie.
Hell yeah.
Gosh.
You know what mysterious place has kind of lost its luster, hasn't killed anyone recently? Bermuda Triangle.
I was just about to guess
yeah.
that. Yeah.
I wonder
What's
why.
up with the lack of ships going missing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Where is that, by the way?
Like just
It's
off
like
the coast
close.
of Florida.
Yeah, like it's like easy to get to.
Like I think one of the tips of the triangle is like fucking the Bahamas or something.
Yeah.
Weird. I do want to go to the Bahamas. I want to go to Costa Rica this year. I was telling Jared
Yeah.
I wanted to go to Costa Rica, and he's like, no, we shouldn't go to Costa Rica. And I was like, why shouldn't we go?
scary right now
And then
or
he was like,
something.
yeah, it's really scary right now. Also, he was like, you think if people wouldn't want to take out like 5 Black Rifle people at once? And I was like, I don't think they would know who we are. But
Yeah, probably not. But I mean, yeah, that is what sucks about trying to see really cool places is you got to worry about people just wanting to murder you when you go there just because you are like whatever,
Yeah.
like what they've got, whatever they've got going on in their country at the time.
yeah, it's bad for America. It's especially bad for women because
Yeah.
you're like, am I
Oh,
going to
yeah.
get sex trafficked?
Oh yeah,
Like,
sure, yeah.
you know, and that's my
Yeah.
biggest fear. Like, I have friends that'll like go out of the country and they're like they're posting where they're at specific places and tagging like the hotels and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
clearly you haven't had that many stalkers.
Yeah.
But holy shit, dude.
Wow, what a loser.
Yeah.
Used
Just
to-
takes one really
Yeah.
bad one for you to realize.
Before you're like, I should probably
no.
not let the world know where I'm at all times.
Yeah.
I think just as like a rule of thumb for anyone, you should only post on social media like maybe what you did yesterday.
Yeah, yeah.
I always wait till after I leave. That's
Yeah.
why, like, I told people at Black Rifle too, like how we used to always do those events that were
Yeah.
like people were told about it like weeks in advance.
yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to show up to any event where it's going to be like said where we're going to be
Yeah.
in advance.
Yeah, and it's sad that it's like that. That there's so many friggin' weirdos in the world, especially for like a girl, like any attractive girl that has a following. Like they're always like, they've got dudes after them. Like what just went on with Amaranth too. She's always got people after her, and then those dudes
Like crypto
breaking in trying to get her computer for like crypto and all her like accounts and stuff.
I heard she was smart, right, though, because she's like, it's over here. And she led them to where her husband was, knowing he had a gun.
Yeah, yeah. And
I just one of them got shot, and I
Yeah.
love that. It's
Hell
like,
yeah,
get
really,
wrecked,
that's
bitch,
awesome.
because you know they're not going to a hospital to
Yeah.
treat that wound because
Yeah.
that would have like a report attached to it,
Yeah.
right? So they just had to probably dig that bullet out themselves.
I think they got them though, didn't they? Did they say
Did
they? I'm pretty sure.
I hope so. That shit's so stupid.
I've seen a headline that says 14's charged.
Yeah, yeah,
So you
4?
can't-
yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
teens. That's fucking.
Yeah,
weird.
one of them was like 15 or 16. Like one of them was like young. So he probably had like older brothers or whatever.
Impressionable.
Like
Yeah,
lure
that
him into
sucks.
doing it. Yeah. But
You're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get treated as an adult.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly,
yeah. Because they had weapons, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they're not just going to be like, hey,
Yeah.
take us there.
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
pretty
So,
sure they had.
yeah, they're probably going to
That's
be.
crazy. It says all 4 were between the ages of 16 and 19. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah, they were like
expected something a bit more.
young. Yeah, same.
Older, professional than that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought so too.
That's probably why it was so poorly done too, because they were like just dumbass, horny kids that were like, you know what, let's go steal her shit and get access to her accounts, and then probably try and blackmail her and stuff.
Yeah. Can you see who they are, or because some are minors, they probably wouldn't reveal the identities, or what?
I'm not sure. I think
it's
once
got
you're a criminal, I think
3
they.
names, but no faces.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It looks like a DeMarcus, a Dylan, and a Brian.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah, that's crazy stuff. Like, yeah, it's like any girl that's like, and I think I've seen that a lot lately. Is I'm girls that like travel and stuff like that. They talk about
yeah.
that they don't post anything while they're there.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just you have to just be hyper
Yeah.
vigilant and
Yeah, yeah.
aware of shit. Also, I think, and I'm not upset at it. I'm not mad about it, but like I feel like that Taken movie
Oh, yeah.
really made a lot of like
Yeah.
people.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's like
That's
one of
it's
the,
a reality. I mean, it's
that's
an
like-
exaggerated version of like
Well, didn't they say that's the number one business in like the
Sex tra-
world?
sex-
is
sex
trafficking.
trafficking,
Like it makes the most money
Yeah.
in the world.
yeah.
So it's
Because
like
think about how many people are into like weird, nefarious,
yeah,
illegal
like,
shit.
Yeah, like eating them or murdering
children.
Or, yeah, like just crazy
or
shit.
any of that.
Yeah.
So then you turn to like what the black market and like sex trafficking rings
Mm-hmm.
and everything like that. And
yeah, their organs, like everything. Pretty wild stuff.
that's crazy. And it's also crazy to think about. It's like, how do you even like, you'd have to like know how to like get into like a world like that, right? Because you think like if you're into like dealing shady shit like that, it's not like you have a business card. So like, how do
Yeah.
you like,
There's probably a lot of nepo babies in the trafficking industry.
yeah.
and there's probably a lot of, like you think about that too. Like, who are they getting to chop these people up or harvest organs or something? Like you'd think to do this correctly, it's probably people with medical backgrounds. Like it's probably doctors and stuff that are a part of it. Like
yeah.
to think about, like it's probably like literally like that movie we watched. Was it Fresh?
Yeah.
And he's like a doctor, and then he's like chopping people up and selling them. Like
Yeah,
it's probably literally shit like that. Like it's just like a normal doctor who on the side cuts people up and helps sell
Yeah.
their organs. Like
I mean,
This is-
I believe that.
Yeah.
Because you kind of just assume that, like,
a doctor is a noble career.
Yeah.
There's fucked up people in every career.
Yeah, and like some people want to become a doctor because they're freaks and they want to
Yeah.
like cut people and shit. and, like,
Nurses.
yeah.
Nurses are
Yeah.
some of that's why
Well,
they have such a high prevalence of being sociopaths.
Yeah.
Is because and psychopaths is because it's like you get to
and
play
you become
God.
like desensitized by
Yeah.
it, by like jabbing and cutting and blood and like all that stuff. Like
There's-
you
yeah.
like it
There's,
doesn't bother you anymore.
There's a book that I read a few years ago. I'm actually just getting ready to read it again. It's called The Sociopath Next Door, and I believe the statistic is 1 in every 25 Americans is a sociopath. It doesn't mean you're a psychopath.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you get off on torture.
Sure,
and it means
but
you
it's
feel
like
nothing.
yeah, you
can do anything without empathy.
Yeah. Pretty wild.
But yes, statistics like that are absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the saddest shit, but like to what you were saying too. The dog is happy now, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that. But it's I saw a bit with this cute dog, and they had given him or her two brand new like prosthetic legs. The cartel was teaching people how to like mutilate and torture humans by using dogs. So they'd start by chopping off dog limbs and like teaching them how to like butcher
Jesus,
people.
yeah.
It's sick shit.
Yeah.
But a lot of people like that, they practice on animals and then they move to humans just to, it's so sick. It makes me actually ill to think about.
I mean, the military does kind of the reverse. They at least used to teach their high-level medics how to stop bleeding and shit with pigs.
Yeah.
They just straight up shoot a pig and fix him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, then the public found out, and they might have scaled back on that or stopped it, but
All right, that
they
would
would-
make me ill.
Yeah, that's also pretty wild.
When,
I mean,
when were
there's
they
no-
doing, how long ago was this?
at least during the time I was in, so
Yeah, I know they've got like
Oh.
some pretty advanced dummies now that they have
Yeah,
that shit with. It's
maybe.
like the bleeding, and they have like something that like makes a pulse, like so the blood is like
Yeah.
flowing through them and shit. But yeah, I mean, it would make sense that they did shit
but
like
it
that.
was something about like the density and
yeah,
muscles
very
of a pig
similar to a
Yeah.
that was so similar to a human that it was like, hey, if we want the best, we got to train them to do it for real.
It just
Yeah.
sucks because they're so sentient
Yeah.
and they're so like, they're hyper intelligent.
yeah.
So are
Yeah.
rats too.
Oh yeah,
And beagles, the reason why they torture beagles is because they're so trusting and they know they can do it over and over again. All right, I'm done talking about this.
yeah. Wow,
I was like, oh, I'm just going to get sad.
like the reverse. Yeah,
Cool bonsai tree, Caleb.
yeah. It's fake. I wish I had a good real one that
I
looks
thought you just
similar
bought
to that.
one.
Bonsai tree.
You just bought a bonsai tree, I thought.
Yeah, but it's not quite as cool as this one. Like I want one that like looks like this. And,
Real bonsai trees are kind of fucking lame.
yeah,
Like you're sold this promise of like you're gonna do all the twisties and that shit takes 15 years.
Yeah, like it just. I want someone that's already like one of those because there's like the places in China or like where they've been growing them for years to like this, and then you can buy it and it's already cool and tiny like
Yeah.
that. Like that would be fun, especially with like the little sand garden that they have at the bottom of them. Like that would be cool to have.
I heard this somewhere. Somebody told me this recently. I don't know if it was you, but that like any tree can be a bonsai tree.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, like they
Yeah,
do it with like
right?
pine trees and stuff like that
Anything
all the
like
time.
you
Yeah.
It's kind of like a weird analogy, but they're a lot like fish. They can
Yeah.
only grow as big as their tank.
Yeah.
Or as big as their pot.
Yeah.
Like the root system will expand, and essentially from there they'll still sprout like little flowers and
Yeah.
that kind of shit. But as long as you keep them pruned down and you
Yeah.
keep their roots under control, they only get so big.
Yeah.
With like a lemon tree, like a mini lemon tree, do they make tiny little baby lemons?
I think they have to become big enough before they can produce any kind of
I don't know about that.
fruit. So
I feel like I read somewhere, and like somebody could have been trolling me, or I don't know, but like I feel like I saw somewhere that like somebody had like a mini fruit tree. Now that I said it out loud, that
Yeah,
was
that
from an
sounds
episode of Futurama. You remember that? It was like the first episode or
yeah,
something.
it's.
I mean, I Googled bonsai lemon, and granted, it's a picture from Reddit, but it looks like a little mini lemon tree with little mini lemons.
Yeah, I feel like I read somewhere it wasn't
crazy.
specifically a lemon, I think, but it was like someone had said,
That's crazy.
yeah.
I wouldn't think that it would like bear fruit unless it got like a certain size.
Yeah, they're tiny,
Yeah.
tiny lemons, but
Yeah.
they look big for the size of the tree.
I
Yeah.
hope that it's real.
That's pretty awesome.
I'm choosing to believe that it's
Yeah,
real
that'd be
because
cool.
that's fantastic.
Yeah,
And I want that in
just
my
have
life.
a mini orchard in your house of tiny peaches and apples and things, like a one bite apple. You just pop in.
Yeah. Totally.
That'd be fun.
It'd be sick.
Yeah. Well,
Probably be a poisonous apple or something stupid.
yeah, it'd probably be poisonous.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it'd probably be like a poisonous apple or something. That'd be weird.
Well, that's a real apple?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a really nice looking real apple. Well, I guess
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
and
that's it.
Taking
for this
Jared's
week.
spot this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe next time don't show up looking like you just rolled out of fucking bed, dress up a little or something.
Yeah. That'd
I don't
be
know what
crazy.
you're talking about.
You look like you've been asleep for weeks.
I dress like this every day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's normal. Well, yeah. See you guys next week.